See, sometimes we can be so in love with insurance, so in love with our own products, that we forget that not everyone sees from our point of view. Not everyone thinks like us, not everyone sees like us. In fact, just the other day, my dad bought a very expensive pair of sunglasses. My mom was upset, and I asked her why. She said, "We paid so much money for these glasses, but your dad still cannot see from my point of view." So you can see, clearly, it is not easy to see from another person's point of view. So today I'd like to answer this question. How? How do you see from a person's point of view? Because that's the first key to unlocking your charisma. And this is where we can learn from one of the most celebrated companies in our world today, which is Amazon. Now, Amazon has one of the very interesting habits. This was actually created by the CEO, Jeff Bezos. Now, what happened was this. At every single meeting, they will always have an empty chair. This empty chair represents the most important person in the room. Could you guess who's that person? Well done, exactly, the customer. The customer represents the most important person in the room. And each time they have to make a major decision, they will look at a chair. And they will be reminded that, hey, you know what? It's time to get into the heads of the customer and think like them. And questions like, what is keeping the customer awake every night? Next one, what would this customer think about this product? And the last one, how would this product dramatically improve their lives? So it's questions like that, customer-centered questions, that help them to be able to empathize the customers and to come up with best-selling products like the Kindle, which was by far one of their flagship best-selling products. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. So how do we do that? How do we see from the customer's point of view? You see, the reason why Amazon was successful was because they understand a truth. And this is the truth. They understand that people don't buy because they understand your products. They realize that people buy because they feel understood by you. In fact, it is the empathy, not the eloquence, that's going to help you sell more products. Tip number one is we've got to talk less about our products and start to ask more about the customers. That's a basic one. The second one is this: when your customers are talking, make sure you are listening intently to what they say. Quietly listening. Why? Because do you know that the word listen shares the same alphabet with the word silent? So there's a reason why, listen silently, right? Last one is very simple. You've got to make sure that you're constantly getting out of your heads and into their heads and stay there. You're telling your customers, hey, you know what? I understand you. And because you understand them, then you are in a better position to give them great advice. Advice that they will thank you many, many years later.